Gwe Ipjilida. Bonjour, bienvenue, hello, and welcome to the beautiful Rath Eastlink Community Centre here in Truro, Nova Scotia. My name is Michael Petter. This is AO Live, a production of Petter Sports and Streaming. And this weekend, and this morning, it is a big weekend here as we have the 2025 Nova Scotia U16AAA Provincial Championship Tournament coming to you here from the Rath Eastlink Community Centre, hosted by the Fundy Thunder. 5 teams have made it to this tournament. The team that ends up coming out on top by the end of Sunday will be advancing to the Maritime Championship Tournament, which will be hosted by the Cabot Highlanders. Highlanders, by the way, one of the teams here this weekend. So if they end up winning the whole thing, then the team that they defeat in the finals will be the team that will join them at that Maritime Championship Tournament. Let's begin by taking a look at the 5 teams and how they each got here to the tournament this weekend. And we're going to start with the 2 teams who are playing today, the Kings Hockey Club and the Fundy Thunder. The Fundy Thunder in as the host team, but they also won their way in. They finished 3rd in the regular season amongst the Nova Scotia-based teams in the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League. Ended up taking on the 6th seed Valley Wildcats, won the best-of-3 series in 2 straight games to get into this tournament through the front door. Kings Hockey Club finished 2nd in the Nova Scotia division. They ended up having the 7th-placed Martello Buccaneers in their best-of-3 series, winning that one in 2 games straight as well. The other 3 teams who are here, the number 1 seed throughout the regular season, the Basin Armada, they won their playoff series against the Cape Breton Jets in 2 straight games. And the Voyageurs and the Highlanders, Voyageurs who play out of Dartmouth and the Cabot Highlanders, their series went the full 3 games. Voyageurs ended up winning, and the Highlanders, who were the 4 seed in the regular season, end up coming in as the top-ranked non-winning team because the host team ended up coming in through the proverbial front door. Before we go any further in our pregame, we must take a moment, as we always do, to acknowledge that the Rath Eastlink Community Centre, the entire town of Truro, and the entire region covered by the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League, which despite its name, does not only include all of Nova Scotia, but it also includes all of New Brunswick and Prince Edward Island, all lies within the ancestral and unceded territory of Mi'kma'ki. While we've got a moment as well, let's take a look at the other teams who are going to be looking at getting into the Maritime Championship Tournament. We know 2 of the teams who will be there already. We mentioned, of course, that the Cabot Highlanders are in as the host team. We also know, as of right now, that the Moncton Thunderbirds will be in as the champions of New Brunswick. They won their best-of-7 series in 4 straight games against the only other team in New Brunswick, that being the St. John Vitoes. The winner of this tournament will get in as the Nova Scotia champions, and then the 4th team will be the team that wins the Prince Edward Island Championship, and that is a best-of-7 series between the Dukes and the Rebels. Eastern Dukes and Western Rebels, the 2 teams from Prince Edward Island. The Dukes right now lead that best-of-7 series 2 games to 1, and so a big opportunity for the Rebels. They'll host Game 4 tonight at the Cavendish Farms, and then Game 5, that's Game 5 is hosted by the Western Rebels tonight, so I apologize. Let me just see if I missed a game somewhere along the way here. Let's scroll back through. All right, so the Dukes won Game 1. The Rebels won Game 2. The Rebels won Game 3, and the Dukes won Game 4. There we go. So we are tied at 2 games apiece. Rebels will host Game 5 coming up tonight. Game 6 will be going, let's see, when is Game 6? Game 6 of this series will be going tomorrow night at the McLaughlin Arena, and then Game 7 of the series will take place on Monday. So they will be if that series goes a full 7 games, that will be the last team determined to get in to the Maritime Championship Tournament, again, which is hosted by the Cabot Highlanders. This is the only game where we'll have a bit of an extended pregame. Unfortunately, because of the quick turnaround times between games, we're not going to be able to have extended pre-games for most of the other games in the tournament. But we can tell you that we are going to have 5 incredibly exciting hockey games today, 5 more tomorrow. The top 2 teams at the end of the round robin will go straight into the championship game, and that will be the lone game that we'll have on Sunday morning. We'll run you through the schedule as the day goes on, as we take a look at the teams coming out onto the ice right now. The Kings Hockey Club making their way out in their maroon jerseys with the gray numbers and letters on the back. They are the visiting team for the purposes of this game. The Fundy Thunder in their home whites with the blue, black, and gray trim, blue numbers on the back. They will be the home team for this game. Thunder will defend the net to your broadcast right for the first and third periods. Kings defending the net to your broadcast left for periods 1 and 3. And now we'll send things downstairs for some pregame introductions.
NSU16AAA men's hockey provincials. Prior to the start of the game, we would like to acknowledge Mi'kmaq, the traditional unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. Today's game will be between the host, Fundy Thunder, and the Kings Hockey Club. The 7th skater for the Fundy Thunder is Sarah Vandenberg, and for the Kings Hockey Club, Olivia Doucette. Welcome. Both players for the U11, A. Winchester Ellis. Welcome. For those who are able, please stand and remove your caps for the playing of Canada.
All right, taking a look at the starters. In goal for the Kings getting the start, it's going to be Joseph Saunders leading things off for the Kings between the pipes. And at the other end of the ice, as we get a quick pan all the way across, there we go, we see that it is Chris Walker getting the start for the Fundy Thunder. And both of these goaltenders have shown great numbers throughout the course of the regular season. We unfortunately don't have access to those numbers right in front of us, but I can tell you from memory that both of these goalies have had very, very good seasons getting their teams to this point. It's going to be Urquhart, Verge, as well as Weston, trying to get all the numbers of all the starters here. Urquhart, Verge, Weston, along with Orchard, and looking for the name on that fifth, another Urquhart out there. So both Urquharts out there for the Kings as we are underway here at the Rath Eastlink Community Center. And a little bit of a different format if you've been watching the Nova Scotia Under-16 regular AAA Hockey League all season long. Normally they play 320s. Because of the time frame that we've got for this tournament, it's going to be played as 2 15s and then a flood and then a 20-minute third period. So a little bit of a different look. Really quickly, the starters for the Thunder, George, McCauley, and Daly up front. Anderson and Vandenberg, who are just going off for a change, were the starting defensive tandem for the Fundy Thunder. Jackman with the puck. Not quite able to wait long enough for Martin, who goes in just a hair offside, and so we'll get a stoppage. And since I started my clock late, I'm just going to let it run a little bit longer until we're caught up and we're even with the actual game clock. This is my first time doing an operating of a clock on a scoreboard instead of just using the clock cam. So bit of a learning curve for me as the puck is played down into the Kings Hockey Club zone. Pugsley turns and gets a shot away, and that just steered aside. In the corner there, Amaro, he'll play it up the boards, held in at the line, and a shot taken there by Ryan McDonald. Sent back to the line, Singer with a shot, that's blocked by Amaro over to the far boards. Amaro will chip it up the wall and out to center. Right back in again by Ryan McDonald. Puts it right on target. And Saunders settles the puck there. Now Fraser looking to clear the zone. He's not able to as Eisner knocks that puck down. Now played across for Bernier. He'll deflect it out to center. Fraser will pick up and chop it down into the Fundy Thunder zone. Just over a minute and a half gone here in the first period of the first game of this weekend's tournament. Puck sent down into the King zone. White quickly turns it back up the other way. Getting to it first is Pay. He'll get it in across the Thunder line. Sent right back out again. White will back up with it now for the Kings. I should mention that's Morgan White of the Kings as opposed to Jackson White of the Thunder. Thompson with the puck now. He'll get it into the Fundy zone. Quickly turned the other way by Wyatt McDonald. He's not able to clear, however. Now McDonald takes his man into the boards. That was Thompson. Puck is at the wall. McLennan swings at it, gets a piece of the puck, but not enough to clear it out. Now a centering attempt, and the puck is knocked away from Thompson by Caden Paris. Played out to center. LeBlanc back to get it just outside his own blue line, gets it ahead for Probert, who will send it down, and that's going to be an icing call against the Kings Hockey Club with 2.5 minutes gone here in the opening period of play. Still looking for the opening goal of this tournament. Again, it's a straight 5-team round robin. Everybody's going to play everybody over the course of the next 2 days, and the top 2 teams will advance to the championship game Sunday morning right here at the Rath Eastlink Community Center. Here's Thorne with the puck, coming into the middle of the ice. Couldn't get a shot away as White was able to knock the puck off of his stick. White and White go into the end boards battling there. Then White of the Thunder ends up taking Probert down. Now the puck is picked up by Morgan White of the... Oh, is that still on there? Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on 1 second here. There we go. Thank you. Sorry about that, folks. My apologies for leaving the sponsor banner up there for the first couple minutes of the game. I do sincerely apologize. It's been a while since I've worked with sponsor banners up on the screen and whatnot, but we'll get her all sorted out here, and by the end of the weekend we'll have it smooth as silk. Hopefully a little bit before then, as Pay gets the puck down into the Fundy Thunder zone. Oh, my clock's a little bit off here. We'll get that squared away here shortly. Puck out to center. Weston knocks it down, but then Daly picks up. Daly across. There's a shot taken by Mathis George, and that doesn't miss by much. Daly at the wall, trying to work it deep into the zone. McCauley will come over and pick it up. There's a chance for the Thunder, and Saunders just gets enough of that puck. Now another shot goes off of the end boards. George gets caught up in Saunders. We're going to get our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go against Mathis George as Keats comes the other way. Keats drops the puck off for Langell. Langell's shot. That ends up handcuffing Walker a little bit, and with 10:42 left to go in the first period, we'll get our first penalty of the game. It will go against Mathis George of the Fundy Thunder for goaltender interference. So the Kings Hockey Club get the first power play of the morning, first power play of the tournament, and we'll see what they can do with this man advantage. Puck takes a bounce off of the boards right to Verge. Verge taking a look. He'll get it across. There's a shot from the top of the face-off circle. They score! And the first goal of the game. Got Braden Martin putting it in for the Kings Hockey Club as they strike first. Oops, here we go. We'll put it on the right side. There we are. So 4:36 the time of the goal for those who care about tracking such things. And the goal, Braden Martin, his first of the tournament, assisted by Joel Verge and Jackson Orchard. And again, the time of that goal, 4 minutes, 36 seconds of the opening period. Kings Hockey Club strike first with the power play advantage. Uloth trying to get onto that puck. He wasn't able to get the puck shot away, excuse me. Now it's to the line. LeBlanc with a shot. That goes wide. White will step down to get to that puck. Avoids a hit from Ryan McDonald. White takes it all the way below the goal line. Plays it over to Jackman. Jackman looking to get the puck to the front of the net. It was knocked away by Eisner, but Jackman gets it back. Gives it to Martin. And Martin looking to go short side. But the save made by Chris Walker. And Walker will hang on for a stoppage with 9:07 left to go. There we go. 9:07 left to go in the first period. I know my clock says 9:06. Don't worry, I'll get her straightened out by soon enough, we hope. Jackman to take this draw against O'Neill. O'Neill wins it right back, and we'll get the stoppage there. Just a couple of seconds ticking off of the clock there as Damon O'Neill won that draw against Jordan Jackman, but he won it right back. This time, O'Neill wins it down into the corner. Caden Paris will get to the puck there. He'll play it around the boards to McLennan. McLennan pokes it off of the wall, trying to clear the zone. Jackman knocked it back down to McLennan. This time, McLennan will get it as far as White. Now O'Neill to McLennan. McLennan with a shot. That goes just wide. Puck comes off the end boards. And it'll go to Jackman at the far wall. He takes a bump from McLennan. Cogger tried to play it back. That gets cleared away. Here comes Fraser coming in. Fraser with a chance, and he puts it off the outside of the post. Fraser getting the puck right back again and plays it down. Cleared away by Walker, but the save... but the shot did end up going just a little bit wide. Now Jackson White looking to push the puck towards the line and out. Not able to do so. It's gathered up there by Thompson. Thompson looking to get it towards the front of the net for Pay. Now find the loose puck. Somebody does. Finally, it's Daniel Vandenberg. He's chased behind the net by Pay. Vandenberg able to get a little bit of a burst of speed going. He'll send it down into the Kings zone. Weston behind the net takes a hit there from Dwaron. Puck will come up the wall all the way to Vandenberg at the line. He sends it back down towards the corner. Thompson there waiting for it, but he's met immediately by Jackson White. Now Dwaron throws the puck to the front of the net. Nobody in White there to pick it up for the Fundy Thunder. Carter Anderson will take it back up to the top of the zone. Anderson gets a shot through traffic. It goes wide of the net. Dwaron at the near boards. Comes out from the wall. Tried to get a pass through. It's knocked down by Probert. Pay will play the puck back around to the near side boards. Thompson takes a bump there from Thorne. Getting onto it is Dwaron. He'll send it down low. George looking to go short side. Now the puck comes to Dwaron. Back to George again. Another shot. And that one steered away. Orchard will get to it and flip it out to center. It'll get just past Anderson. Probert will get onto that puck for the Kings. He'll take a bump from Anderson there. Probert able to hold his feet but not hold the puck as Mathis George comes back and picks up for the Fundy Thunder. He'll get it out to center ice with just over 6:50 left to go in the first period. Bringing it right back into the zone again is Langell. He drops off for McLean. Jace McLean with a shot. That goes wide of the net. Puck will come up the wall to Amaro. He'll play it down low. Jace McLean gets to it there. He'll take a bump from Anderson. McLean lost the puck in his own feet there for a moment, and the Thunder able to pick up. Ethan Daly will get it ahead to Mathis George. George has McCauley and Daly coming with him. Daly with the shot, and that's steered aside by Saunders. Picked up by McCauley. He'll play it back to the line for Singer. Singer's shot deflected away by Langell. Nearly hits the ref with it. Good agility there by our official to get out of the way of that puck. Now George with it. He'll play it over to the far wall. Shot taken there, and Saunders will glove it down and hang on for a stoppage with 6:08 left to go here in the first period of play. 1-0 the score in favor of the Kings Hockey Club. The goal coming back at the 4:36 mark of the first period on the power play. Braden Martin with his first of the tournament to open the scoring in this hockey game. Something not quite done right with the face-off, so Verge waved out. Urquhart will come in. Puck rolls right back in onto Saunders again. And should mention with the Kings, there are two players with that surname of Urquhart, and so we'll try and keep them straight. That's Andrew Urquhart wearing 88. As opposed to Cameron Urquhart, who wears 13. Here comes Uloth. He fans on the puck. Uloth gets a second shot away. Doesn't get much on that one. Now here is Verge. His pass misses Urquhart. Again, that is Andrew Urquhart. Now the puck comes to Cole Pugsley. He can't find it in his feet. Cameron Urquhart will get onto it. He'll give it to Andrew, and Andrew had that puck roll off the heel of his stick with 5:19 to go in the first period. There we go. Now our clock's on the right time. Kings with the 1-0 lead on the power play goal. Jackman and O'Neill to take this face-off. Jackman wins it over to Martin. Martin gets tied up along the wall. That will allow Damon O'Neill to come in, get the puck. He'll give it to Wyatt McDonald, who plays it around to the near side for Cogger. Cogger bumped by Jackman, but Cogger stays with the puck. Gets it ahead for McLennan. McLennan couldn't take the pass cleanly, though. Now Jackman gets it, but it goes off of his skate out to neutral ice. Jackman will dump it back in. Chasing after it there was Frazier. He couldn't get a stick on it. Weston does at the line, gets a shot off, save made. Jackman was looking for the rebound, but couldn't quite find it. Now here comes Paris. Caden Paris dumping it down into the King zone. Weston back to get it. Weston takes a hit at the wall from Cogger. There's an attempt by Paris. That goes off the side of the net. O'Neill will play it back to the line for McLennan. Back down to O'Neill. O'Neill can't take that pass cleanly, and it's played out too far for Frazier. And coming out of the net to get the puck is Walker. He'll give to McLennan. 4:23 to go, first period. Down the ice the puck goes. Back to get it is Amaro. He'll play it around to the far side, out of the reach of Bernier. Getting onto it instead, there is Martin. Martin, his pass for Thompson into his feet. Thompson has to back it up to Amaro. Amaro now long lead pass. Pay deflects the puck the rest of the way down the ice, and Anderson will go back and get it for the Thunder. Vandenberg slaps it into the boards. Amaro steps up to get the puck back in deep. Vandenberg on it again for Fundy. He'll play it up to Hayden Dwaron. Dwaron looking to get it free for Thorne, but Pay was there to help break that up. Now it's chipped out to center. Amaro chasing after it. He's got Dwaron right behind him. Amaro quickly plays it across to the far side for Bernier. Down the ice it goes, and that's going to be an icing call against the Kings Hockey Club with 3:37. I hit the wrong button here. Let's change that. 3:37 left to go in the first period of play. Pay in to take this draw against Ethan Daly. Neither player ends up winning it cleanly. Mathis George gets the puck, save, rebound, and a second chance save. And a nice second chance save made there by Saunders. Let's take another look at that one. Get on top of that puck and keep us at the scoreless, or at the 1-0 score line, in favor of the Kings that we are currently sitting at. Daly fans on his pass attempt in the corner. Now Keats will get the puck up to Langell. Langell working his way ahead. Langell taken off of the puck in the corner by Vandenberg. Vandenberg able to win the battle and take the puck behind the net. Now he'll come out the far side. Long lead pass, and he's got George. Here comes Mathis George coming in. George shoots and scores! Mathis George gets the breakaway pass and makes that kind of room and that kind of space. He's not going to make a mistake. And with 2:53 to go here in the first period, we are all tied up at a goal apiece. Mathis George with his first of the tournament. And as you would expect, Vandenberg the lone assist on that goal. 12:07 the time of the goal. There's Cameron Urquhart with a shot, and that goes off of the crossbar and up over the glass and out of play with exactly 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first period of play. 1-1 now the score between the Kings and the Thunder. While we've got a quick second, let's take you through the rest of the schedule for today really quickly. 12 o'clock, Voyageurs versus Armada. We'll go through the rest of the schedule at the next stoppage in play because, quite frankly, they're keeping things moving here at a really good pace. Puck comes loose. O'Neill can't quite get a stick on it. It'll be cleared away by Weston and sent down the length of the ice, and that will be an icing call with 2:09 on the clock. And we'll just let my clock catch up to that one. And while that is doing that, we'll let you know that we mentioned the 12 o'clock game is Voyageurs and Armada. The Kings will be back on the ice at 2 o'clock when they take on the Cabot Highlanders. Thunder will be back on the ice at 4 to take on the Voyageurs. And the last game of today, a 6 p.m. start between the Armada and the Highlanders. Puck rolls into the near side corner in the King zone. Weston plays it ahead. It takes a Thunder bounce off of a stanchion and ends up on the stick of Mathis George. And that's one of the things, if you haven't watched a lot of games here at the Rath Eastlink Community Center, these stanchions lead to some crazy bounces sometimes here in this building, and you got to be very aware if a puck is played off the glass, it could end up anywhere. You got to keep an eye out all the time. Urquhart plays it across to Urquhart. That's it. Cameron getting it across to Andrew. Now Ryan McDonald will play it the other way. His shot goes wide. Weston with it gives to Cameron Urquhart. Played ahead. Now Andrew Urquhart, he's bumped by Wyatt McDonald. They tie up, and the puck comes loose to Ryan McDonald, and he will take a look and make a long lead pass. Almost able to thread the needle, but Amaro able to get just enough in the way of that one to deny that pass. Now the puck sent back out. Race to get to it. Amaro gets there first. He'll play it off the boards. Jackman, as we're into the final minute of the first period here. Shot taken, and Walker will make the save and hang on for a face-off. 53.7 seconds left to go in the first period of play. 1-1 the score. It is Braden Martin with the goal for the Kings, and it is Mathis George with the goal for the Fundy Thunder to give us the 1-1 scoreline that we are currently sitting at into the final minute of period number 1. Again, it's 2 15-minute periods followed by a flood and then a 20-minute period so that we can get all of the games in their 2-hour time limit, or not time limits, but their 2-hour time frames that they each have for the purposes of this weekend's event. There's a shot save made by Walker. Puck cleared to the line, but not out as Dwaron couldn't clear, White, couldn't clear the zone. Now Amaro steps down to the puck. He takes a bump from Dwaron. Coming over to get onto it is Thorne. He'll play it out to center. Bernier will have to go back and get it for the Kings in his own zone. Just over 10 seconds left to go in the period. Played down the length of the ice. Icing is indicated and will be called with 5.6 seconds remaining, or 5.4, left to go here in the first period of play. And it looks like we're going to reach the end of the opening period with the score knotted up at ones rather. 5.4 seconds remaining in the period. There's a shot right on off of the draw. And a big save made by Saunders. Oops, how did we get to... That brings us to the end of period number 1. And there we go, period 2. Shots on goal in the first period by the Kings, 11, and by the Thunder, 8. But it was 2 goals in that period, 1 on each side. Let's take you through the first period summary really quickly. It was the Kings opening the scoring at 4:36 of the opening frame. Braden Martin, his first goal, first point of the tournament. Joel Verge with the assist. Oh, other way around. Thunder with 13 and Kings with 8. So Thunder had 13 shots on goal, Kings had 8. And while we've got the intermission, let's do this really quickly. Put that up. There we go. Transition. And then we'll make sure we remember to transition back. There we go. Transition back. There we go. All right. Kings Hockey Club with that goal. We mentioned Braden Martin, his first of the tournament. Joel Verge and Jackson Orchard with the assists on the power play goal at 4:36. Then at 12:07, it was Mathis George getting his first goal and first point of the tournament. Daniel Vandenberg with the lone assist on that one. And that made it a 1-1 tie, which is where we stand. 1 penalty called in that period. It went against the Fundy Thunder. Kings are 1 for 1 on the power play. Thunder did not get a power play opportunity. Shots on goal, as we mentioned, 13-8 in favor of Fundy after 1 period of play. Puck wrapped all the way around the boards. Weston will get onto it there. He'll play it back as far as the Thunder blue line. Carter Anderson now with it. He'll get it across to his captain, Daniel Vandenberg. Vandenberg ahead for Uloth. Uloth able to deflect it ahead just past Weston. Now Eisner and Uloth working together along the far wall. Pay ends up getting onto the puck first after it was played down low. Pugsley gets to it. He'll send it back down around the boards. Orchard will get to it for the Kings. Orchard and Eisner working against each other. Now the puck comes up to Probert. He'll get it ahead for Pay, and Pay will work his way out. Anderson gets to the puck in his own zone, plays it off the end boards. Vandenberg fires it off the end wall, but it ends up coming to Probert for the Kings. Probert now back to the line for Bernier. Across to the far side for Amaro. Amaro's shot into the traffic in front of the net. Vandenberg able to get possession and send it down the ice. Not hard enough for an icing. As back to get it was Amaro. He quickly played it ahead, but put it onto the stick of Daniel Vandenberg instead of his target of Keats. Vandenberg then takes a bump, and Amaro gets back on it, plays it around to the near side for McLean. Jace McLean gets the puck out to center. McLennan sends it right back in. Bernier right back out to center again. Picked up by Langell for the Kings. He'll drop it back. Amaro will gather it up there. Chips it ahead. And now Langell able to gather in the loose puck. Has that roll just a little bit too far away from him, though, and Vandenberg will give it the other way to McLennan. McLennan's pass for George just out of his reach. George and Amaro go into the end boards together. Now Cogger in behind the net. He takes a hit from Langell. And Langell able to come away with the puck and out to the far wall, but then coughs it up to O'Neill. Damon O'Neill tried to get a pass over to Cogger, but Amaro had O'Neill all tied up. Amaro without his stick, doing a good job defensively to avoid drawing a penalty there. Now Keats will give Amaro some lumber to help out the defense as they look to get that puck out of the zone. There's a shot, save made, second chance, third chance, another save, and finally the puck cleared away. Good scoring chance there for the Fundy Thunder, but they're not able to take advantage. Now Cogger with a shot. And Saunders kicks that one aside. Fundy Thunder with good pressure here in the early stages of this second period, trying to break the 1-1 deadlock. Paris holds it in at the line, gets it over to Wyatt McDonald. McDonald steps in. There's a shot. Kings Keats picked up the stick of Amaro, not realizing that it was on the ice because it was broken, and had to quickly drop it again. Thunder forced back deep into their own zone, giving the Kings a chance to get a much-needed change, and the Kings now will get a second advantage as the puck cleared down the length of the ice, ends up resulting to keep this score knotted up at 1 with 11:44 left to go in the second period. There we go, 11:44. Now I'm matched up with the actual game clock. Here's White with the puck off of the draw, gets a shot away. Verge was looking for a deflection, couldn't quite get his stick on it. Paris behind the net, plays it off the boards up to Jackson White. He can't clear the zone as the puck is knocked down again by Morgan White, sent down into the corner. Out for Verge, there's a chance! And that one goes just a little bit high. Not sure if Walker got a piece of that one or not. We'll look back at that one at the next stoppage in play to see if it went over the net on its own or if Walker was able to do something to get that puck up and out of the way. Now back to get it is Morgan White being chased by Dwaron. White played it off the side of the net. Dwaron had a stick on it for a moment, and now White and Dwaron tangled up. They both go down. Dwaron a little slow to get up there. Puck cleared as far as the line. Paris and Dwaron in some discomfort heading back over to the bench. Puck played down towards the lower part of the zone. Morgan White bangs it off of the glass, and again it takes a bit of an odd bounce off of a stanchion. Mathis George ending up with the puck as we reach 4.5 minutes gone here in the second period. George and Daly, a little bit of a you take it, I got it. And that results in a turnover, and here comes Urquhart and Jackson. A line that has been dangerous for the Kings so far today. Has not been able to convert, but has had some dangerous play, certainly. Here's Martin with it now. He has the goal for the Kings. Martin cutting to the middle of the ice, loses control of the puck to Ethan Daly, and Daly will start to work his way ahead. Got it as far as the Kings' blue line where Orchard got a stick on it, but then the Thunder get it right back. McCauley gives to Singer. Now Daly trying to get away from Orchard. Orchard takes Daly into the wall. The puck's in Daly's feet. He finds it to give it to George. Back to Singer. There's a shot that goes just wide. Now Singer trying to get it George trying to get it to the front of the net, and we'll get a stoppage with 9:34 left to go. And let's take a look back at Walker got a piece of that puck or not, but a great effort, certainly a good scoring chance for the Kings with 9:34 left to go here in the second period, tied up at a goal apiece. Fraser will back the puck up to Weston. Weston gets it ahead. That misses everybody, and it'll go for an icing call with 9:19. There we are, left to go. I hit the pause button on my clock just a hair early there. 9:19 left to go here in the second period. And a quick reminder, we do try to be interactive when we're doing our streams here on AO Live, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming. You can reach us through X. Go to x.com and look for Petter PC_sports. That's PETTER PC_sports. Go to facebook.com and search for Petter Sports and Streaming. Or go to mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. Look for the section marked All Other Levels of Hockey, and you'll see a post there titled NSU16AAA Provincial Championship. And you can share your thoughts if you're a member of the MJAHL network while on that message board service. Jackman got the interception but couldn't maintain control of the puck. Coming back is Amaro to take it away from Pugsley again. Amaro and Pugsley then collide in the corner. They bump a third time. But now Martin gets the puck out to center. Vandenberg will send it right back deep into the Kings zone. Bernier back to get it. Delayed offside and a little bit of a misplay there by the Thunder as they weren't timing their tag up. Now the Kings down into the Fundy zone. Jackman will come away from the wall, gets the puck down low for Verge. Verge takes it behind the net, out into the far corner, back to the line for Amaro. His shot gets all the way through, save, rebound, and before Jackman could get a shot away, Daniel Vandenberg able to poke the puck away from him just enough. Now O'Neill with a shot. It's blocked by Bernier. Second chance shot. And the save made by Saunders. Puck comes out to center ice, and it goes all the way ahead to Pay. Pay down towards the corner. Wyatt McDonald will take him into the end boards. Coming over to help out, there was Thompson. He tries to get the puck to the front of the net, and it's cleared away. Down to 7:40 left to go here in the second period. White, rather. Morgan White turns, starts to work his way ahead. White gets the puck to Probert. Probert ahead intended for Pay, but Dwaron there to not allow that to happen. Now Probert wins the puck back, and he'll carry it up through center. Has Thompson right there with him. Probert will send the puck deep. Going after it first is Wyatt McDonald. He's able to get it over to Caden Paris. Paris fans on his first pass attempt. Puck comes up the wall to Langell. Langell gets a shot away, and the save made. With 7:07 left to go here in the second period. 1-1 the score, all of the scoring coming back in the first, as it was a power play goal by Braden Martin and an even strength goal by Mathis George to get us to the 1-1 scoreline that we have here with 7:07 remaining in period number 2. Puck comes all the way around the wall. Orchard trying to get it back down low, but that's knocked down by Thorne. Out to center. Orchard gathers that one in. He'll play it across to Weston, who gets it out to center. Singer with the swing and the miss. Strike one. Happy opening day yesterday for Major League Baseball fans out there. Although if you're a Blue Jays fan, maybe not so happy opening day. That was a rough one last night, or yesterday afternoon, I'll tell you. Oy. Thorne with the puck now. Let's get back to hockey here, Mike. Come on, focus on what you're supposed to be doing. Thorne gets the puck again. He'll play it over to Jackson White. White, nice move to get around Orchard. Here comes White coming in. White with a shot and a kick save made by Saunders. Langell able to clear the puck away, but only as far as the line. Singer gets it back to Dwaron. Dwaron will play it over to the near side for Ryan McDonald. Looking back door to White. And White does get the shot away, but wasn't able to get it on target as the puck went maybe a little bit off of the heel of his stick. Down to 6 minutes left to go in the second period. Puck comes to Ryan McDonald. He'll get a shot. Saunders will clear that one away, and it'll go up over the glass now to play. 5:51 remaining here in period number 2, tied up at a goal apiece. Both of these teams were within, I think it was 2 points of each other throughout the course of the regular season. In fact, if you look at the top 3 teams, including the Basin Armada and these two teams, they were all within 2 or 3 points of one another within the regular season standings. So and the 4th and 5th teams not too far behind either, with the Voyageurs and the, help if I actually started the clock. We're down to 5:37 left to go in the second period. So, as I was saying, if the regular season standings are any indication, every single one of the games that we have this weekend should be a close, hard-fought game. No gimmies for anybody all weekend long. And if you're going to be one of the top 2 teams to get to Sunday's final, you're going to have to earn it. Here's Cameron Urquhart. He tried to get a shot away. That was partially blocked by Carter Anderson. Now a long lead pass broken up by Amaro as he steps up. And we'll play the puck back down into the Fundy Thunder zone, and we're going to get another penalty. It's going to be an interference call with 5:07 left on the clock. Whoop, there we go, 5:07. And it's going to be Mathis George going off for interference. And that's George's second interference penalty of the game. He had a goaltender interference penalty in the first period. Kings were able to take advantage of the penalty of the power play, I should say. And that is how they got their goal in this 1-1 tie. And there's the goal scorer, and he gets his second. In fact, a similar kind of look between these two goals. Short side, and the Kings go up 2-1 at 10:02 of the second period. The power play now 2 for 2.
Kings Hockey Club, second power play goal, scored by number 26, Ray Martin, assisted by number 86, Joel Burge, and number 77, Jamie Weston. Time to goal, 10 minutes, 3 seconds.
Or 10:03, not 10:02. My apologies for those of you who are sticklers for those sorts of things. So the goal, Braden Martin, his second goal, second point, assisted by Joel Verge, his second assist and second point, and the second assist on the goal going to Jaden Weston. The only difference from the first scoring play is Weston gets the second assist instead of Orchard. Both goals coming on the power play. This one coming at 10:03 of the second period. There's another shot and a save made by Walker. Now White with the puck at the line. Morgan White sends it down to Jackman. Jackman tied up by Wyatt McDonald. Puck comes back to Morgan White. He'll carry it down to the corner this time. Gets taken off of the puck, and Trent Uloth will play it out just past LeBlanc. As LeBlanc tried to glove it down, it went off of his glove, but was able to go back, win the puck, and give it to White coming in. Now White has it poked off his stick by Caden Paris. Paris pass intended for Cogger, just out of his reach. Puck will come right to the net, and Saunders plays it. Cogger getting to it. He'll get a shot away. Saunders steers that one away with 3:20 left to go here in the second period. 2-1 now for the Kings. Both goals coming on the power play. Puck launched down the ice, and we're going to get a icing call here with 3:09 left to go. 3:09 left to go in the second period. Kings ahead 2-1. And both goals for the Kings coming with the man advantage. We've only had 2 penalties in this game, but both penalties have led directly to scorers for the Kings Hockey Club. Cogger tried to get the puck to the front of the net. It comes all the way through to the line. Ryan McDonald gets it over for Singer. Singer to McLennan. McLennan gets a shot away. Didn't get as much on it as he would have wanted. And we get the save and the stoppage. And the stoppage of the clock. There we go. 2:54 left to go in the second period. 2-1 the score in favor of the Kings Hockey Club. O'Neill in to take this draw against Pay. Referee having a bit of a word, though, with Saunders before the puck drop. Now we're good to go. Bouncing puck gets to Orchard, and he'll chip it down the ice. Back to get it, Ryan McDonald being watched by Thompson. McDonald chased out from behind the net by Thompson. Now he'll get the pass across to Cogger, who will carry across the Kings blue line. Drop pass for Singer. Singer steps into his shot, and Saunders steers that one aside, and it'll go up over the glass and out of play. We'll get a stoppage with 2:31 remaining in period number 2. Every single game from this tournament will be right here on AO Live. Every single game from this tournament completely free to watch right here on AO Live. And I have to give a big shout out to the 2 guys I'm going to have working with me this weekend, Duncan McLean and Ashton Reiki, a couple of great cameramen I've got working with me. So excited to be able to work with them this weekend. And you'll be able to watch all of the action. Just stay right here at AO Live all weekend long. You'll catch every minute of every game right here all weekend long. Orchard takes a bump from Cogger as the puck goes into the end boards. 2:13 left to go in the second period. Now coming out, Urquhart, that being Cameron Urquhart, had the puck knocked away, but he recovered enough to get it over to Verge. Played back into the Kings zone. Weston takes a hit there from Cogger, as Cogger in forechecking hard. Also in there was Uloth, and the puck ends up coming all the way to Andrew Urquhart, and he'll come out, gets the puck over to Cameron. Cameron Urquhart couldn't get a shot away, nor could Andrew Urquhart, as the Thunder were able to block all efforts and come back the other way. Here's Cole Pugsley with a shot, and a nice glove save made there. And after the whistle, we get a little bit of pushing along the end boards. Cooler heads look like they're quickly going to prevail. After the whistle, we get the penalty to Ryan McDonald. So a third straight power play for the Kings Hockey Club. With 1:35 to go in the period. And the Kings have not needed a lot of time on either of their power plays so far. This one coming at 13:25 of the second period. And we'll So McDonald gets an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty at 13:25 to make the score, or to make it a power play for the Kings. The power play will carry over into the third period by approximately 25 seconds if the Kings don't score here in the next 51 seconds and counting. Puck comes to Martin. He'll play it back for Weston. Weston's shot off the end boards. Orchard trying to get away from Vandenberg. Orchard looking for some space. Ends up running into McLennan, but keep the puck kept in by Amaro. Now Martin with a shot. Save. Puck is loose. Another save. Couple of nice saves there by Walker on some dangerous chances by the Kings with the man advantage. Now Urquhart gets to Verge. Verge will bring it back in. Under 15 seconds left. Verge loses the puck as Vandenberg has it go off of his skate. Vandenberg able to gather it in now, and he'll try to get it off the glass, but instead puts it over the glass now to play, and we'll get a stoppage with... Yeah, the clock should have stopped there with about 4 or 5 seconds left. While they get that sorted out, let's take... There we go. Now let's try this again here. Clock. And those 3 seconds do not end up costing the Thunder. Well, the 3 seconds belonged on the clock anyway, so that will bring us to the end of period number 2 with the score Kings 2, Thunder 1. We're going to take a break. We'll come back, get you ready for the third period in just a few minutes. And because we are going to be posting these games to YouTube later, we are going to be turning off the microphone between periods. Because, like I say, if we go to post these up to YouTube later and the music gets picked up, then we get to deal with all the copyright issues and blah, blah, blah. We don't want to deal with that, so you will have no ambient noise during the intermissions. But we will be back in a few minutes to get you ready for the start of the third period. It's Kings 2, Thunder 1. You are watching the Nova Scotia U16AAA Hockey Provincials from the Rath Eastlink Community Centre here in Truro, produced by Petter Sports and Streaming right here on AO Live. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the third period here between the Fundy Thunder and the Kings Hockey Club. Taking a look at your second period summary, it was just a single goal, and it came for the Kings as they got their second power play goal of the game. Braden Martin got his second goal of the game. Joel Verge, with his second assist, and a helper as well to Jaden Weston at 10:03 of the second period to give the Kings that 2-1 lead. Kings are now 2 for 2 on the power play. Their third power play still has 22 seconds left to go in it. And the Fundy Thunder have yet to get a power play opportunity so far here this morning. Shots on goal in the second period favored the Thunder again, 12-8. It was 13-8 in the first period, 12-8 in the second. So the two-period total favors the Fundy Thunder by a margin of 25-16. But right now, it is Saunders winning the goaltending duel against Walker, as Saunders has stopped all but one. Walker stopping all but two so far here this morning. And let's take a quick look once again at the rest of today's schedule. Our next game will be the Voyageurs taking on the Armada at 12 noon. Then at 2 p.m., we'll have the Highlanders taking on these Kings Hockey Club. 4 o'clock, it'll be the Thunder and the Voyageurs. And at 6 o'clock, or 6:45 actually, will be the last game of the day, as we're going to have the ceremonies at 6 o'clock, and then 6:45 puck drop for the final game when the last game gets going, and that will be the Armada and the Highlanders for the last game of the day. And they're also going to have the presentation of the regular season player awards and those sorts of things happening as well. We're back to 5-on-5 as the third period is underway. Verge with the puck. He'll play it around to the near side. It'll come all the way up the wall. Picked up by Uloth. He'll get it out to center. Orchard knocks that back up the other way, and it'll be gathered up by Andrew Urquhart. He'll send it down into the Thunder zone. Wyatt McDonald, the first one to it. Urquhart and Verge both in there for checking. Verge ends up with the puck. He'll take a look for his options, plays it down back to the corner for Urquhart. It bounces away from him, however, and Uloth looks to clear the zone, but Verge knocks that down. Uloth winning it back and getting it out to center ice and relieving the pressure. Bernier back to pick up for the Kings just inside his own zone, just over a minute gone. Played ahead to Martin. He's got 2 goals already this morning. Braden Martin, the difference maker for the Kings, has the puck knocked away from him, however, this time, and it's going to be Caden Paris coming the other way. Paris gives to McCauley. Dawson McCauley! And he was looking for Mathis George, who was sitting on the back door, but not quite able to connect. Now McCauley gets his feet into the skates of Jordan Jackman. And Jackman ends up going down, and that's going to be the 4th penalty of the game taken by the Fundy Thunder. Here with 18:28 left to go in the period. Oh. All right, hang on here. What am I? Oop. All right. So 8. So 1:32 the time of the penalty there for Dawson McCauley. As Amaro has to go back. 45 seconds gone in the penalty. Amaro will carry the puck ahead. Has it knocked away from him. Pay now will send it down. Around the boards it goes. Jackman being watched by Anderson. Puck goes all the way instead to Amaro. He tried to get it back deep, and McLennan able to play it up to Eisner. Eisner coming out with a shorthanded chance. And the save made by Saunders right onto the stick of Fraser, who quickly comes the other way. Fraser all the way down into the corner. Able to keep good body position against Singer. Now Fraser comes out from the corner. Plays it down for Thompson. Thompson will get it back up to the top of the zone. Played over to the near side for Pay. Pay looking to try and connect with Jackman, but that was deflected. And Singer will get the puck and clear it out down the length of the ice. 30 seconds left to go in the penalty. Back with it is Weston. He'll start to work his way ahead, gets the pass over to the far side for Orchard. Orchard working down the left wing, takes the puck behind the net into the right wing corner. Now plays it to the top of the zone for Weston. Weston will get it across. There's a chance for Orchard, and that didn't miss by much with the little give and go between Orchard and Martin. As we're back to 5-on-5, Macaulay out of the penalty box for the Thunder. There's a couple of shots taken by Cameron Urquhart, a couple saves made again by Walker. Now a centering pass, only white jerseys in front of the net, and the Thunder will come out. Here's Cole Pugsley. Pugsley trying to get some room, gets a backhand shot away. That goes wide. Uloth couldn't get a pass off of his stick. Now Pugsley will get it at the near boards, tries to play it down to the corner, but Weston there to intercept that. He'll get it over to the far side for Martin, and Martin will come through center. Martin has the puck knocked off his stick by Wyatt McDonald just as he got to the blue line. Now a pass back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc will play it across to the far side for White. White gets it ahead, and Verge deflects it in just across the blue line, but knocked down there by Paris. Paris misses everybody as he sends it down the length of the ice, and we'll get an icing call against the Fundy Thunder with 15:36 remaining here in period number 3. What period is it? Where are we? What am I doing? I know what's going on. Really, I do. I swear. Oop. Playback underway. Jace McLean with the puck. Saunders has lost his stick. Puck goes down to the corner. Saunders able to pick it up while LeBlanc holds on to the puck. Now it's played back over to LeBlanc again. His pass intercepted by McLennan. McLennan steps into a shot. And that one is just steered away. Or not steered away, it goes wide on its own. Langell now takes a bump from Cogger but stays on the puck, then loses it. Now it's cleared as far as the line. Paris able to knock it down. Langell will pick it up there. He'll get it out across the blue line, but Paris brings it right back in again. It rolls to Morgan White, and he'll send it down the length of the ice, and that will be an icing call with 14:42 left to go. And somehow 14:41, excuse me, somehow I'm way behind on my clock, so I'll get it caught up here. As mentioned, it is 2 15-minute periods and then a full 20 for the third, so as they get the puck dropped before I even get my clock all the way caught up, so we'll get our clock to look right here shortly. Next stoppage in play, we'll let her run for a couple extra seconds. Here's Dwaron with it now. He'll take a look. Plays it up to Ryan McDonald, who dumps it right in onto Saunders. Saunders steers it over to the near wall. Bernier tried to get a stick on it, but White was there for the Thunder. Now it's played around to the far side. Probert chips it as far as the line. Dwaron will get it back down low. Thorne, he'll take a bump from Amaro. Thorne trying to work his way free. Reversed the puck back up to the far wall, but Amaro was the first one to it. Thorne wins it back. Now he'll give it to Jackson White. White with the shot. Save made, and the puck did come loose, but the goal went in after the whistle was already blown, and so we get a stoppage with 13:56 left to go in the third period. Saunders did have control of the puck just long enough to keep it a 2-1 hockey game in favor of the Kings Hockey Club here with, like I say, just over 6 minutes gone in the third period. Game number 1 of 10 for the round robin portion of this tournament. Game number 1 of 11 overall. Just the one game after the round robin wraps up. It's going to be the 1 seed and the 2 seed when round robin is completed to determine who is playing for the provincial championship. Puck comes out to Probert. He gets a backhand shot away, and they jam away at it and score! Pay, I think, is going to get credit for the goal. who ends up tucking it in for the Kings. We'll get confirmation of that here momentarily. But the Kings, either way, will go in front by a 3-1 margin now. We'll get you the confirmation of the details of this goal. It is indeed Darius Pay who gets credit for the goal, his first goal, first point of the tournament. And the lone assist goes to Jonathan Probert at 6:29 of the third. And the Kings have their first 2-goal lead of the morning. There's a shot, save made by Walker. Puck is loose at the side of the net. Martin, he'll take a bump from Anderson. Puck comes loose to Jackman. He'll play it back to the line. Weston with a shot, blocked by Vandenberg. And the puck bounces off of Vandenberg to Daly. He'll get it ahead for Mathis George. George has Orchard all over him. Weston will get to the loose puck that results. It'll go up the wall to Jackman. And here comes Jackman. Drop pass for Orchard. Orchard with a shot. And just getting a piece of that with his shoulder was Walker. Now Paris. Paris, his lead pass ends up going off of Daly and coming right back to him. Paris will send it ahead. This time it'll miss everybody and go all the way down the ice, and we'll get a stoppage with 12:02 left to go in the third period. My clock ran for an extra second, but quick reminder that the scoreboard and clock that you see on my screen see on your screen are unofficial. So if I tell you that the time is a little bit different than the time that you see on your clock, I'm telling you the official time based on what I'm seeing on the official score clock in front of me. Unfortunately, I can't show you that clock, but I can run my clock here as close to it as I possibly can. Coming over to pick up a loose puck is Verge, while Wyatt McDonald and who was that? Andrew Urquhart were all tangled up with one another, and the referee blew it down. And who's going to get the penalty out of this? It looks like it's going to go against Andrew Urquhart. And so the Thunder will get their first power play of the tournament with 11:34 to go in the third period. And the Thunder had one of the better power plays in the Nova Scotia Under-16 AAA Hockey League this season. A very dangerous power play throughout the course of the season. So a big chance to pull it within one here. There's George with a shot. That goes high and wide. Puck comes all the way to Eisner. He has trouble keeping it under control. McLean almost stole it. And then it was played by Langell down the length of the ice. Vandenberg goes back to get it. 20 seconds gone in the penalty. Here comes Mathis George. Holding was the penalty. There's a chance for McCauley. And what a save there off the blocker of Saunders. A big save made by Saunders as the puck cleared down the length of the ice. Vandenberg back with it. Vandenberg out from behind the net, gives the puck to Mathis George. Here comes George. Has the puck poked off his stick by Bernier. Pay goes to play it up the wall. That's knocked down. And now it's cleared down the length of the ice. 58 seconds left to go in the Thunder power play. Vandenberg stops behind the net again. He'll take it out from behind the net himself this time. Give to McLennan. Brody McLennan. Cross ice pass to Pugsley, who comes in across the blue line, fires a shot, and the glove save made there by Saunders. That was a nice save. Let's go back and take a look at an even nicer. as we're ready to get play back underway here. 39 seconds left in the power play. There's a chance for Thorne, and Saunders again makes the save. Now Pugsley loses the puck to McLean, but it's one back for the Thunder. There's McLennan with a shot and a blocker save made by Saunders. Clearing attempt knocked down by McLennan, but Probert will get it, and he'll come out to center ice with it. Probert with a shot and a glove save made by Walker, and he'll hang on. 9:44 left to go in the third period. 10 seconds remaining in the penalty to Andrew Urquhart for holding. So Thunder looks like they're not going to be able to score on their first power play of the weekend, but they will certainly get some more chances as the weekend goes on. Chip down deep into the Kings zone, getting the puck behind the net. There was LeBlanc. He played it around to the far wall. Now Verge will pick it up. He'll reverse it to LeBlanc. LeBlanc able to get the puck over to White. White fans on his pass attempt, but the puck is right there and he had nobody pressuring him, so time to resettle. Pass ahead intended for Cameron Urquhart. That misses the target, and that's going to be an icing call. Oops. With 9:12 left to go, as I hit the wrong button. There we go. 9:12 left to go in the third period. O'Neill to take this draw against Verge. O'Neill able to win the face-off against the King of the Kings, or the Captain of the Kings, excuse me. King of the Kings, that works too. Apparently in the Kings Hockey Club, they have to refer to their captain as my liege. In case nobody knew that. There's Toron with the shot blocked by White. And believe me, folks, this is just game one. We got a whole weekend of this coming up. LeBlanc now. Nope. Is my clock not running? No, it isn't. All right, there we go. LeBlanc again. Gives to White. White off the glass. That'll get by just about everybody. Not hard enough for an icing, though, as Ryan McDonald goes back and picks up. He'll start to work his way ahead. McDonald in across the blue line. Gets a shot off. It goes off the side of the net. McDonald gets it back again, looking to get the puck to the front, but too many maroon jerseys in the way of that. And now here's Andrew Urquhart working his way down. He lost his footing as he was tied up by Cooper Singer. And coming away with the puck will be Damon O'Neill, trying to get it ahead for Dwaron. That's broken up by Weston. Weston quickly ahead to Verge. Verge steps in, gets a shot away. That hits the traffic in front. And the whistle blown a bit early, as the puck was never actually smothered, but it ends up getting blown down with 7:58 left to go in the period. And the Thunder trailing by 2. Sorry, I'm just trying to... Here comes a chance for Pugsley coming in, and the save made on that partial breakaway. Cole Pugsley with a dangerous opportunity, but the kick save made by Saunders. Now Orchard, his pass intended for Martin, broken up. That's going to result in an offside, and we'll get a stoppage here. And the kick save made by Saunders. Just over 7 minutes left to go here in the third period. Again, my clock's a little bit off. I apologize. I mishit my button a couple of times. McLean loses the puck to McCauley. McCauley plays it back to Paris, but Paris wasn't at the line. So the Thunder have to back up and reset. George gets it in across the line, but right onto the stick of Bernier, who plays it ahead to Jace McLean for the Kings. And McLean will carry across the blue line into the Thunder territory. Has the puck knocked off his stick. He and Wyatt McDonald go into the corner. Daly also in there, but Daly can't get the puck past his man. As in there getting some pressure on was Langell. Now it's played out to center. McCauley tries to take advantage of Amaro blowing a tire. Set the puck to the net, and it was steered away. Now McCauley back on it, trying to go short side. Takes a bounce off of Urquhart. And Saunders again without his stick. This is the fourth or fifth time this game that Saunders has lost his stick during the run of play. He seems to almost be Dominic Hasek-like in the way he almost likes playing without having to carry a piece of lumber around. There's a shot blocked by Amaro down into the corner. Getting onto it is Bernier. He'll play it up the wall. Puck is knocked down. Wyatt McDonald couldn't find it in his feet, and McLean able to get it. He'll play it out to center, but Paris quickly sends it the other way before Saunders can get out and get his stick recovered. Now a shot by McCauley, and the save made in the glove of Saunders. In the third period. And again, my clock's a little bit off. I'll try and get it squared away here. Puck played back down into the Kings zone, and we're going to get an icing call. And I'll just let my clock run a little bit until it catches up with the actual score clock here at the beautiful Rath Eastlink Community Center. The really nice score clock they have up there with the big screen to watch the game. And wouldn't you know it, I let it run 1 second too far. 5:18 the time on the clock. Like I said, the clock that you have on your screen, folks, is not official. So don't panic if it runs when the play is not going on. It's because I'm trying to just get it squared back up to where it should be. Here's LeBlanc. He'll play it off the end boards. Puck is ended up momentarily on the back of the net, was chopped away. Now LeBlanc with a shot from the point. Walker able to see that one and blocker it away. O'Neill trying to gather the bouncing puck in. He finally does. Takes a bump from Pay, and the puck goes right to Thompson for the Kings. Thompson cannot get in across the blue line as McLennan sends it the other way. Morgan White will gather it in his own zone. Play it across to the near side for Weston. Ahead quickly to Probert. Probert has it knocked away from him. Now Pay has to wait for Probert to get back on side. Puck is dumped in, and it'll be gathered up there by Singer. Cooper Singer, who played much of the season as an AP, but has been a big part of this Thunder lineup in recent weeks. Able to get the puck out to center ice. Now it's back down into the Thunder zone. Singer will send it around behind the net. Ryan McDonald is there. Gets it back across to Singer as the Urquharts were pressuring. Now Verge with a chance, and they score! The puck bounces up to Joel Verge, and the captain of the Kings makes no mistake. Now 4-1 in favor of the Kings Hockey Club with 4:05 left to go in the third period.
Kings Hockey Club's fourth goal scored by number 86, Joel Verge, assisted by number 13, Cameron Urquhart, and number 88, Andrew Urquhart. Time of the goal, 15 minutes and 55 seconds.
So as expected, Verge from Urquhart, and Urquhart is the official scoring on that goal. Joel Verge, third point of the tournament, as he assisted on 2 goals earlier this game. First goal, third point of the tournament for Joel Verge, assisted by Cameron Urquhart and Andrew Urquhart at 15:55 to make it now a 4-1 scoreline in favor of the Kings Hockey Club, with now just 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in the third period. And 3:20 is enough time, but with the way Saunders has been playing in this game, I don't know that the Thunder are going to have enough chances. Here comes Andrew Urquhart down into the corner. Working against Thorne right now. Urquhart plays it off the side of the net. The puck ends up on the stick of Thorne. He'll get it out to center. Amaro gathers it in there and sends it right back in across the Fundy blue line. Anderson takes it behind his net, comes out the near side, plays the puck off the wall. Jackman gathers for the Kings. Ahead for Fraser. Fraser with the one-touch pass, but it goes into some empty space where Dwaron is able to gather the puck in and work his way down into the Kings zone. Bernier with the steal. He'll play it up the wall and out to center. 2:20 left to go as we start to keep half an eye on the goaltender, Chris Walker. Although, depending on how tiebreakers play out, goal differential may end up being a factor when we get to the end of the round robin, depending on how things play out. So you don't want to take too many risks when you're down by 3, giving up an empty net goal to make it a 4-goal margin. As we get a little bit of pushing and shoving after the whistle, nothing too serious. And cooler heads do prevail with 1:55. Whoops. Let's try this again. 1:55 left to go in the third period. There we are. Langell taking the draw against Daly. Neither of them win it particularly cleanly. Puck comes up the wall. McLean gloved it down, but it ends up on the stick of Ethan Daly. Daly trying to fight through some traffic. Gives the puck to McCauley. McCauley with a shot. And the save made by Saunders. That's his 36th save this morning. A busy morning, certainly, for Joseph Saunders of the Kings Hockey Club. And I don't know if they're going to be doing presentations of players of the game and whatnot, but if they do, you've got Joel Verge with a 3-point game, and you've got Joseph Saunders with a 36 save effort. Take your pick, either one of them there for the Kings Hockey Club. For the Fundy Thunder, a few different players you could look at as we're into the final minute. Jace McLean with the puck right now. He'll send it behind his net to LeBlanc. LeBlanc will play it into the near corner. Langell gets there first. Loses control of the puck. White back to get it. He'll play it over to Langell again. Langell will get it up the far wall for Jace McLean, and McLean comes out to center. 35 seconds left. McLean has to wait as Probert went into the zone early. McLean will play it across to Pay. Now Pay coming in. Pay gets the pass intended for Probert, but it is away off of a stick, and now George sends it around the boards into the near side corner. Weston taking a bump there. And the puck will roll through to Orchard. 10 seconds left. And Orchard will just sit back below his own goal line, and the Thunder will back off. And that will do it for game number 1. As the Kings Hockey Club get the 4-1 victory over the Fundy Thunder here in the opening game. Shots in the third period. 12 for the Thunder. 10 for the Kings. And the final shot total 37-26 for the Fundy Thunder over the Kings Hockey Club. But the numbers that matter a little bit more are a 4 and a 1, and it is the scoreline that favors the Kings Hockey Club over the Fundy Thunder in this opening game of our tournament. Like I said, if there is going to be a player of the game presentation, which it looks like there will be, a few different players you could talk about for the Kings. Verge, obviously one. Saunders, obviously another. For the Thunder, you've got George, who scored the goal. You've got Vandenberg, played really well on the back end. You got Daly, who was dangerous. O'Neill, I thought, had a pretty decent game, but we'll wait and see. And it is Daniel Vandenberg who gets player of the game for the Thunder. He assisted on the lone goal. He also had a strong game on the defensive side of the puck. So the captain of the Thunder gets the player of the game. And Braden Martin, there's another one that you could talk about for player of the game for the Kings, as he scored the first 2 goals of the game for the Kings, both on the power play. So once again, it is Braden Martin and Daniel Vandenberg, your players of the game for game number 1 here. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back in about 15 minutes or so for our next game, which will be, as we mentioned, the Basin Armada taking on the Voyageurs Hockey Club, who play out of Dartmouth. Until then, on behalf of my awesome cameraman, Duncan McLean, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score once again, Kings open the tournament with a 4-1 victory over the Fundy Thunder. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.